Hello and welcome to Jujutsu Kai Quest. I'm Jim.
And I'm Sam.
And this is our epic quest to go through every episode of Jujutsu Kaisen and for some reason also do a podcast on every one.
Hey, anime of the year and villain of the year. And
did Mojito get villain of the year?
No, it wasn't Mojito. It was Sukuna got villain of the year. And remember...
Sukuna's not in most of the episodes.
And just remember, the season was not over when the Crunchyroll Awards happened.
I hate everything. I hate it all. So we watched episode 11 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. I believe it was called Narrow Minded. Is that what you said? Okay.
Yes, that's what I said right before recording.
I almost forgot.
And I like how the first, several minutes answered every question we had at the end of the last episode.
It was uncanny, actually, how... Literally in the first 2 minutes.
They literally could have added to the episode before and it would have been a conclusion to that instead of just ending
Stringing us along.
Yeah.
That's what they gotta do though.
Yeah.
These things.
How they get you is the reason why we're recording this one.
Yeah. So
what'd you think?
I liked it. One thing I want to begin. We've been maybe not doing our due diligence.
Okay, we did want to save the fight in general to after it was completely concluded to
actually kind of talk about it as a whole. So
if we knew that the fight would end 2 minutes instantly.
I just have to say the animation has looked really good.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing I don't like are the CG backgrounds moving. I don't think that looks good, especially when it's very the color. The color scheme of brown,
yes. It just doesn't look very good. And I know we've already said it, but Attack on Titan has also done this, but Attack on Titan does it so much better. At least the Studio Wit ones. Yeah. I don't really remember there being too many scenes that
the animations
done.
Of the characters moving and attacking and the auras look great.
The auras look sick. We didn't talk about it, but when he Yuji does his curse punch in 2 episodes ago, I think that was. I love the way that they show the curse energy. It's really big, thick brush strokes and just big, bright swaths of color. Very cool.
Yes. I was talking about his trump card. So literally his overtime works. It's so he has a pact, and it's literally when he goes over
his name, Nanami?
Yes.
Okay, Nanami, yes.
They call him Konami because we're talking about
Konami, yes.
But yeah. So he basically, when he goes over overtime, he his pact goes off and basically releases all his power.
Which I really love this because part of it was why is he being... I mean, obviously love the work-life balance, very important. Keep it in mind. Always don't overwork yourself, kids.
It's a very Nen it's a restriction, and then once the restriction lifts, it goes. And he's running with it. This is Leorio should have had Hunter.
He might get it eventually. We don't know.
Or he thought he was a businessman, not a doctor.
Yeah. But so yeah... I love this, and it makes so much sense why he was looking at his watch so much in the last episode, because he was anticipating this to happen.
Yes.
To me, I know that shonens need to have their power systems, but I feel everything after Hunter x Hunter is just a pale imitation of Nen. Nen is just so perfectly designed to be this extremely versatile system that has great ways at developing unique and interesting power sets.
But this has done a good job doing that, though, with his power especially. Literally he becomes time, it's a time pact, I think they call it, and it's fucking great.
Packs are literally just, as you said, they're just Hunter x Hunter restrictions.
He literally cuts off, he breaks a bunch of rocks above him, cuts his leg off, monologues to him, walks away, then crushes him with rocks after he says, "Oh yeah, I hope we'll meet and fight again," and then crushes him. It's amazing.
So to me, the way I interpreted this was, I think how it works with his overtime thing, I feel he only gets a very, very temporary boost.
Yeah.
That's why he did his big attack and then he left because
also
he needed to get... He was hurt too.
Also saying that his weaknessing works a 7-3 ratio, a 7-line ratio, and you can do it anywhere over the body. It just he's
anything, not even the body.
Yeah,
anything. You can do it literally on anything to slice
it's a plane, an apple, a human, anything, a bird.
Yeah,
it's really cool. I love that.
He's very cool.
He has the most. So now we know powers can be expanded. Because I feel there's basic powers. There's the pack power, and then the domains the master thing, and then maybe a power after that. Goji has his eyes and everything, an ascendant power.
Yeah. So Goji for me is. Or Gojo, not Goji.
Gojo. I don't know why I said Goji. I am very tired.
You made me say Goji too.
I know. I'm very tired.
We just watched the Godzilla movie.
Yes.
So Gojo I'm very curious as this whole infinity thing, because I feel like, so what we've learned is that like jujutsu techniques, or as they're whatever, the special techniques, curse techniques, are not something that you can really learn. They're something you're like inherently born with.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he was born with this. I really think it would be more interesting if it was a power that he developed.
I mean,
or was a curse that he received, maybe.
I feel like he like had a basic thing. He worked in business, and once he
I'm
like,
talking about Gojo.
Oh, Gojo. Who knows? Maybe we haven't got any backstory with him other than him just being the best.
Yeah,
and a teacher to them.
I'm very interested in that. No, but this thing makes sense to me. It's like it could have just been like a latent thing that he just had to discover later on.
So yeah, he beats his ass, and that's like they both just. He's like, oh yeah, we'll just go our separate ways.
It was great, and then let's wrap that whole thing up, because then like
this is the best thing to kind of just do every storyline in this one go.
Yeah, so because the other thing will probably take the rest of our discussion. So yeah, later on in the episode, we cut back to Mojito, and he slithers out. He becomes a little snake, and he slithers out.
The human,
he becomes a human earthworm, yes, and he slithers out of the. This is something I feel like I just asked in our last episode. I was like, I really want to see him do something wacky with his whole body. And he did. He became a creepy little snake, and he's fine.
Yes.
And then the human dude, so the guy who was allying himself with the curses, he shows up, and he's like, yo, what's up?
What's up?
And then they just are kind of like, yeah, I guess we're going to be bad together later.
Ghetto is his name.
His name is Ghetto?
Ghetto.
Oh,
G-E-T-O.
Okay.
Get the fuck out.
Ghetto.
I
thought you were saying ghetto, like G-H-E-T-T-O.
Yeah, just like ghetto. He's from the hood.
Shut up.
Straight out of Camden.
So he is that whole thing's kind of gone, like, and then whatever.
And then that ties in eventually after to the other stuff we're doing. Because other than that, then he's like recovering from. Like, Jim's like, whoa! Like he has goggles off, and Jim's like, whoa!
He was like, it was like when Gojo took his headband off. His like whole look changed just by removing the glasses.
His headband was holding his hair up in spikes like that. It like fell down.
But it works.
Yeah, and then so basically we cut to Yuji and Junpei talking. They get along because of movies, because he watched movies in his training that we remember. And then Junpei loves his horror movies. Then his MILF mom shows up, and he gets along perfectly. I'm very sad that the mom got killed, because I really liked this mom character. She had some like Misato energy from Eva, like getting drunk with kids around. Also, I know I've clowned on the humor of the show before. I've really dunked on it. But I love the line where Yuji was like, hello, woman. And then he was like, that like green onion doesn't really go with you. And then her response was like, I try to be the kind of woman that doesn't go with a green onion or something. And I love that like strange line that this woman is saying to a strange child. Like, oh, you must be my child's new friend. That's a weird thing for you to say, but sure.
She immediately jumps on the banter with this like strange kid that she's never met before.
A friend that's like going along with my bullshit.
Yeah. And then she invites them to have dinner.
Yeah, he has dinner. He's still like spying on them. He still has the demon in his pocket during this, but never comes up.
Is it in his pocket? It seems like he just fucking forgets about it.
He just has it.
It's the what, level 4 curse fly thing?
Yeah, the little like penis head.
Yeah. I think he literally just forgets about it, and we will never hear about it ever again.
It's fine, not important. He's not a threat.
It's extremely unimportant.
He's not a threat at all. So he has to go back. He does like move it. Like, so he does a joke like a childhood story. Then she goes, "Hey, that's funny. Do something funny with this, with like a pot, like a pot lid."
Yeah.
And then he does he does Castaway.
He makes a Castaway reference, which the mom does not get, which I thought was really funny. It would have been so much easier for the scene to have the mom and Junpei also like laugh, but no, I love that
Junpei seemed Castaway.
Yeah, only Junpei gets this reference.
I'm sorry. Tom Hanks is not famous in Japan, I guess. Sorry, Tom Hanks.
I'm fucking
if I Google how popular is Tom Hanks in Japan, do you think I will get a result?
I mean, you'll get probably millions of results. I don't know how relevant they'll be to your question.
I don't know, man.
I would, Sam, I'm just saying, I would kill some human to see Tom Hanks drawn in this anime. There's a 0% chance that we might see Tom Hanks show up in like a scene.
I got a news article from 2016. Tom Hanks visits Japan, blends in with Yoaji at restaurant in Tokyo. It's just like Tom Hanks at a restaurant in Japan.
Fascinating.
But like old like businessmen just like waving at a camera like it's a selfie. You put this at the thumbnail.
I certainly will not. That's very cute though. We love Tom Hanks, I guess.
So yeah, and he gets along perfectly. And then she passes out. They talk about like can you kill someone that's a human kind of thing, and the whole moral dilemma.
Well, yeah, Junpei is just like, yo, you're a jujutsu sorcerer, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, wait, should I have told you that?
He's like, yeah, I heard. Like, if he knows about that, he knows about that. So we're like getting around that.
Honestly, one thing I'm starting to like about Yuji is his just bluntness. He's so honest. He's so forward.
He's like, very, very similar to Luffy, where he's very straightforward. Will tell you like straight up. He unlike Luffy will not lie. He cannot lie. So, but I mean, he can still. But other than that, there's like
just reinforcing that he's a good-hearted boy.
The moral dilemma that's obviously coming up because a finger is left in there and she gets fucking murdered because the fingers attract curses and it kills. It like ate her bottom half and the bottom half is just covered in ice packs.
So to me, what seemed like happened was that he probably saw her get eaten, and then Junpei probably put her into bed and covered her with ice packs. Like, I don't think that's part of the curse. I think
she got eaten like in like the room. There was like no traces of blood or anything.
Yeah, so I think probably what happened was, what's his name? Mojito came and he waited for the curse to kill her, and then he came in.
Or
Mojito.
Mojito. Okay.
So Mojito came in and then killed the curse to protect Junpei.
We will be calling him Mojito a lot because
his name is Mojito.
Yes, we're calling him Mojito.
Because then later on we see a flashback of Mojito and Junpei, and Junpei is like crying and he's freaking out because he just saw his mom die, and then Mojito is like, hey, we found this curse thing, and there's a thing that people can do where they like sick curses on you.
They're bad guys who do it for like bounties to like drop curses on people and to kill them.
He's like, do you know anyone that is related to curses? So it's like, he's very clearly setting him up to be against Yuji here.
It's a plan, but he thinks it's the bully who beat the shit out of him who stepped on his movie.
Yeah, I thought that was really strange because to me it felt so obvious that Mojito was trying to frame Yuji here. But
he didn't know about the bullies that beat the shit out of him.
Junpei was so fixated on his bully.
on this one asshole bully who got a prize because he bullied someone else to write a really good essay for him, and he's pissed off that he won an award, and he's super rich, and the girls love him, and you hate him.
I really actually like that little detail where he's like, dude, I didn't want you to like get me to win. Like now all the attention's on me. Like I just think it's funny that he's getting his scene blown up a little bit. So
the bad guys put like a barrier around it as well, like the
we saw in the first swim fight, yeah.
But our good guys had going to like the detention center, and this one they said like low, like people can enter, no one can leave, and like only like low
curse energy people can enter. That's what they said.
Which
I guess our main character is.
Well, I
don't know how he got there.
I think he does, but when he's not in Sukuna mode.
Yeah,
because he still hasn't mastered like much.
But how did he know to go there? That was the thing that was kind of like when they. So okay, we have.
I think maybe because remember he was told to keep following him. He was on the phone with him. He's like, just keep following him, and I think he was, and then he was probably in the area. And I'm knowing the episode would show him like at the school, or keep an eye into seeing the barrier form and running into it, knowing something's happening, or seeing him talk to him, or just him in his edgelord outfit. Remember he revealed his hair and you see all the cigarette burns.
Okay, yeah, I really like that detail. I was wondering if they were gonna like.
There's a reason why he has the edge swoop.
Yeah, because we kept seeing them like. Bullies were constantly doing that to him, and I was wondering if we were
they're not going to show it. They're not going to have any marking, but no, he had straight up burns from that.
Honestly, it was shocking, very shocking.
Which we kind of learned he has like a jellyfish motif going, and it made just like a jellyfish. I'm not sure how many. I didn't count them, but he could have been like jellyfish stingers, like looking like. Like, maybe that's what that looks. I didn't count them though. I don't have that time.
What, the burns on his
head?
The
burn mark kind of be like jellyfish, like the amount of like stingers like a jellyfish would have.
Maybe.
Or a certain jellyfish, because it seemed a very specific jellyfish that they showed for him.
Yeah, it was like a big floofy one.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. But so, yeah, the one thing I really like about this is like, I think the show does a good job at wanting you to, you want Junpei to not go to the dark side.
Yeah.
Like, they really give you just enough, they show just enough humanity with him that like you really want him to, but you're not surprised when it happens because it's like this is a classic like villain origin story.
Yeah, or that the villain trying to bring someone to their side and the hero, and trying to get into their side, and we don't know which way they're gonna go. Especially OP not really making that clear 100%.
Which is fun. Because this to me like it could really go either way. I feel like at this point he is just like he's too far gone.
He's beat the shit out of him, but he still hasn't killed him yet, though. He wants the teacher to watch.
That's
the fat
true.
Teacher.
I feel like he is like. Okay, here's my other question too. It's like, where is he getting this power from?
No, so the thing is, he learned about it from Mojito in the past episode, and he was about to use it on the teacher when he encountered him, and then he had the power. And I think like once you kind of develop what your thing is going to be, like it kind of just hits you, and you kind of know how to use at least a very bare minimum. Even though our main character had to, grind for that power, or get beat the shit out of by dolls.
But what is it though? Is he a jujutsu sorcerer? Is this is this curse energy?
I think he's just developing a jujutsu because I think that was his plan to pit them against each other. And since they're both humans, they're both jujutsus.
They're not
both jujutsus.
They're gonna just
they're both jujutsu kaisens, as they say.
They're gonna immediately grab each other and put each other into like arm bars and stuff.
Because also the bad guys say, "Oh, we want to force him and Sukuna to make a pact," and like they already did that.
Yeah, which is I think I mentioned years ago,
which is something
the last episode.
Funny that the bad guys don't know and they want him to do.
Yeah, that's I mentioned this before. Like, no one is aware of the pact,
not even him.
Yeah, except Sukuna.
Yes.
Sukuna is the only one. So it's almost like an element of dramatic irony. It's very interesting.
Yeah, like I want him to taunt him and just bring him out like, bitch, I already made a pact. You get one. I get it for 3 minutes. But yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty good. The fight was really cool.
Jim was very sad about the mom dying.
I was extremely sad. I was literally like, when they show the curse behind her, and I was like,
oh, Junpei is how Junpei gonna show his sing off, or he's gonna come busting through the window to save him. No,
mom just gets killed. I was so sad. She was so. I love characters like that. Probably just because I like Misato so much. I got a lot of Misato vibes.
Although I didn't own any black clothes, I opened up my mom's closet and grabbed the first thing I saw out of, and luckily it was a perfectly good-looking school uniform that could.
Yeah, I thought that was a really strange line. It would have been funnier if he had like a weird like dress or something on, like something very like feminine.
Or would have been like, this is like the last thing. I have one thing my mom got it for me. I didn't want to wear, never wanted to wear because I didn't like look of it. But
a black trench coat.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's cemented his way to the dark side.
You think he's going to the dark side?
Yeah, he's disfigured, so that means he's going to be bad.
You're not disfigured. It's
the
hair swoop would cover it up.
Scars. That's how these things work. If a character is disfigured, that means they're evil.
I think.
Unfortunately, that's just how.
I think he'll sacrifice himself in this arc. He won't go to either side. I think this is going to happen to him.
I really hate that. Like, I feel like having a character that's like evil sacrifice himself for the greater good is such a half measure. It's such an easy way out. I really hope they don't do that in this show.
I don't know. You never know. You never know.
Because it's better when a character like has to deal with their consequences, rather than like just I get to be good for 4 seconds and then die.
Yeah, but he's not like completely bad and just be like swooned over there. He's still like on that moral ground. He's been tipping on like both ends like throughout his last like 2-3 episodes.
Mostly like toward the evil end though.
Yeah, he was far down. Then he kind of went up when he met in it, and then like kind of went back down right now. But like you never know what happens when the main character busts through for his new friend.
Yeah.
The power of friendship in Talk no Jutsu is very powerful in shonen.
Talk no Jutsu. I feel like it's only going to end badly for our poor boy Junpei though.
We'll see. It depends.
I really like Junpei. I feel like he's gotten a lot. I think giving him the film quirk is like a really good like.
This show has been weird with what they've been like referencing it with the titles and everything. Because like they straight up just say the names as everything. Where like most of it's like a parody of like the thing.
I feel like I don't know the name of the mangaka, but I feel like he's a Westaboo because like
yeah,
all the movies have been like explicit like references to like Western movies.
There was a Smash Brothers like straight up Smash Brothers like name drop as well in this. I know it's not like America, but still. It was like,
oh, was that? That was in this, right?
I believe so, yeah.
What's her face?
Yeah.
Nobara, her name is. I got it. I fucking got it. All right, now I just need to make...
character development for Jim is...
Now I just need to make a Chainsaw Man reference, and then we'll be good. I'll just check all the boxes off.
No, you can't be thinking about that, though. You have to let it come naturally.
Yeah.
But, so, yes, anything else you think is going to happen? You think they're going to like end up like teaming up to fight one of the Mojito or Ghetto?
I don't know. I want
Ghetto himself.
Ghetto. I really want them to, because I would like. I want him to be a good boy. I want Junpei to be a good boy, but I just see him becoming like a sort of
or he tries to be good, then he gets like touched and soul corrupted.
Oh, that would suck.
He doesn't.
So the thing with Junpei, so I was trying to kind of think, and I couldn't really come up with a like equivalent, but like I like the idea of Junpei kind of being like a permanent character, but as like a permanent kind of bad guy, like. You know what I'm talking like?
This kind of be like go off on his own to be like a third party kind of thing.
Not like a Vegeta, because like
an anti-hero kind of thing where he's like kind of against the main character, but not like going completely evil, want to take over the world. He'll beat up both sides essentially.
Yeah, I would like that. And I was trying to think. I couldn't really think of a parallel because like I don't know. To me, like not like a Vegeta role, because Vegeta is just like explicitly kind of a good guy.
Now he is
after a while.
After all that genocide he did,
he got better.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
I know, yeah, I couldn't really think because, like, I guess Sasuke is bad.
From Fullmetal Alchemist.
Ooh, Scar is a really good. Yeah, Scar is probably a really good. Even though technically it's not like a Shonen Jump manga, but we've already.
It's the closest thing I could think.
It is a shonen though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Scar is probably a really good comparison for a lot of reasons actually, but also probably will become good eventually. That's like the thing with that kind of character type.
Be on that anti-hero kind of pathway. Everybody loves a good anti-hero, but I guess we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Maybe like
the fact that we know there's like freelance Jujutsu masters is anything can happen now. You're not just stuck in the school because not many students in there.
Yeah, part of this,
and we only seen second years. We still haven't seen any third or fourth years.
Yeah, I think there's only 3 years. I think they said explicitly there's only 3 years.
Either way, we haven't seen like any that many people from the school.
Yeah, part of the show that I think is kind of weird, and like this happens a lot with this kind of story where like you have them going to a school and we're only encountering like a handful of characters.
We haven't got any school related stuff. We've seen the teachers, like we've seen like the nurses more like, not even nurses, all it's like a more.
We've seen one teacher. We've seen
the headmaster.
The headmaster.
We've seen the rooms of these people that work at the school, and like the only thing, unless you count them Panda throwing her around in like the track and field part of that's even if that part of school or not.
That could easily not be their school.
It could.
That could easily just be any
it really could.
School. So that's I think the problem with a show like this is like you need when you have characters go to a school, you expect it to be like a Hogwarts situation where there's like lots and lots of characters.
We also been Dick tease a tournament arc that still hasn't happened yet because they Dick tease it and then put like an arc before it.
I can't believe how long this arc is taking. Like I guess we're getting into it next time. We did get like
have to be
end credits.
I think after this is like the climax to this arc because it's obviously been leading up to Junpei like this. So and going by the OP, this seems to be the last thing in it.
Yeah, there's got to be no OP soon, right?
Hopefully, I hope so. I'm not too big fan of this one. I'm hoping that
praying the next
that one good one that we saw that we really wanted to be the OP.
We shall see.
It's a shame we got spoiled by that one because now we can never compare it to that first one.
Yeah,
and we're gonna lose the good ED, even though like when something dramatic happens, like him buzzing through the door while he's beating the shit out of like the bully. Like then the fun music plays, all the dancing happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like when people thought like, oh no, and JoJo would be like, oh no, he died, and then Freaking You starts playing.
Yeah,
people thought
that was really funny. I remember
everybody was like, "Oh no, this dramatic moment's gonna happen," and then like a song about sex happens.
Talk about freaking you.
Or it's just like that funny thought, but like
yeah. All right, I guess we'll find out later. We'll find out the next time on Jujutsu Kai Quest.
Our next recording session will be in 2 weeks, where Jim is gonna be like, "I really want to watch more Jujutsu Kaisen." Like, come on,
forcing Sam to come over and watch more with me.
Yeah. I guess I wrap it up then. Plug it up.
Plug it up.
All right.
I'm like sleeping already.
All that caffeine did not help us today.
It honestly got me here.
It got you through Godzilla.
It got me here. So
thank you all for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff with any tidbits you want to share. You can follow the podcast or each of us separately on Twitter and join the Discord, of course. And I think that's everything. Sure.
Just thinking about when this episode's gonna come out, like we'll already know like If Stone Ocean anime is announced,
I mean, it depends on Jim wants to up the like episode like release of this as well.
well, there's still like there's no like by the time this comes out, there will be the next. Well, we'll have known if Stone Ocean was announced,
and we'll probably have a new chapter.
I'm gonna predict that Stone Ocean was announced. That's my prediction.
We
also probably will have a new chapter.
Yeah, it's going to be announced. We'll have to decide on the title of the 6th series.
I think isn't it part 6 in slices?
Slices are 6 or part 6 in sections.
Slices is funnier to me.
Dollar slices. Yep.
All right, we need to go.
No,
thank you so much for tuning in. Check us out next week. Next Jujutsu Kai Quest Wednesday.
These come out Wednesdays?
Wednesday, baby.
Wednesdays, my dudes.
Wednesday, my dude. All right, goodbye.
How you know we're at our wits' end.
Bye.
Oh, I'm fucking great.